Gang, in studio with us is the ever debonair, always handsome, and really, really attractive Erik Hatch. Our guest, unfortunately, wasn't able to make it in this morning, and I'm actually grateful, not because he's not with us, but rather there's some stories that I've wanted to tell and some things that I think are important to communicate to you, the listening audience. So let's dive in. You've heard us talk about these SNAP offers, and it really has been, I think, a revolutionary piece in real estate in what we offer. These SNAP offers are so different than a traditional real estate approach. Because here's how it works if you're going to sell your house in a traditional sort of way. And this is highly effective. You contact a realtor, we'll give you a valuation of your home. You'll get a honey-do list of all these things you need to do. And then when you're ready, we go to market. When we go to market, we're going to put your house out and we're going to market it in the fullest of capacity to make sure that all eyes that would be interested will see your property. We make sure that we're servicing that listing well, and still for you as the homeowner, it's totally leveled with uncertainty. You don't know when showings are going to be set up. Oftentimes it can happen an hour before. You don't know when your house is going to sell. You don't know how many times you're going to have to leave your place and continue to keep it up with cleaning and with decluttering and with getting out. You don't know when your house is going to sell. You don't know how much it's going to sell for. You don't know how aggressive of an offer is going to come in. And it is completely overrun with uncertainty. Now, our job is to have predictive analytics as we get your house on the market. How many showings do we think it's going to take? How often do we think it's, or how long is it going to sit on the market? What price do we think it's going to sell for? What kind of concessions will the buyer traditionally ask for? And it's, we do our best to predict, and then until we actually get into it, we just don't know. We don't know how it's going to go. The more we do this, the more predictive our analytics are, and so the better we get at painting a really clear picture for you. But that can be tough if you're selling your house, is to have all those uncertainties, because those are actually the biggest stressors that people have. It's not how much money am I going to get for my house, although that is an important factor. It's uncertainty. And it's uncertainty and disruption that are the biggest inconveniences of selling your house. So from that, we've now created this SNAP offer program trying to cater to those two needs. We just talked about the pain that people have, but now what is the gain opportunity? If you choose to contact us at Hatch Realty, what we're going to do is we're going to give you certainty. Now, the great thing is that if it's not right for you, you don't have to take it. But we check out your house, we figure out market valuation and everything else, and we're going to give you all that information that I just shared with you. Everything if you're going to sell your house in a traditional sort of way. What we're also going to do is we're going to give you a number of what is your sell it now price. If you want to avoid all that uncertainty, all that hassle, all those disruptions, we can give you this really great offer, and it's called a SNAP offer. It's going to be as clean as this. Here's your number, and that's it. There's no closing costs associated with paying realtor fees. You're only paying your fees at a title company, which is just a couple $100. You pick the closing date. There's no showings. There's no fix-ups. There's no repairs. There's no open houses. And you have the certainty to design what's best for you. Now, let me give you a couple stories, because I think it's really important that you understand how many folks are jumping on this and why people are appreciating it so much. The very first house that we did as a SNAP house, where we had an investor come in and buy it, was a place in West Fargo. And the owner had climbed up there in years and no longer had the ability to physically do the fixes on their house. In addition to that, this owner didn't have the cash in pocket to fund the repairs. We're talking $30,000 in foundational work and repairs to the house. This was not a light, easy task. Realistically, had they gone to market, if you go to market with a house that needs $30,000 in repairs, you're going to see offers that are $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 under the actual value. And so we were able to get this seller actually, I think, more money in their pocket and guaranteed money rather than having it go to market and get beat up and deal with all that uncertainty and interruption. So a huge opportunity there. Take that now to another set of homes that our investors bought. These were twin homes, side-by-side twin homes that have been rented out for years. The owner decided, you know what, I don't want to do this game anymore. I don't want to chase down rents, and I just want to rid myself of these. And so he originally put them on the market, and they sat for a couple of weeks and they didn't sell. Because there's no guarantees in this business. And again, there's uncertainty. We gave him a price of this is what it's going to sell for, we think, and it sat on the market for a couple of weeks. The average days on market for a place like that were over 30, and so we were still under that average, but he became, I think, anxious about wanting to get his properties moved. And so we came in, had some investors give him a snap offer, and within 10 days, he closed on those properties. Rid himself of all that uncertainty and angst and got the cash that he was willing to take and move on. Awesome opportunities. My final story is this. There's a place that was just closed on literally 2 days ago. The place was in rough shape. The seller had unfortunately had some life instances and things that happened that kept the seller from able to maintain the house in the way in which they desired. There was major foundational work as well as a whole lot of other repairs. We're talking windows, brand new kitchen, new flooring, new bathrooms, to the tune of, I think, about $75,000 to $95,000 in repairs. You put a house like that on the market for a $200,000 house that needs that much work to it, and what's going to happen is somebody's going to offer you $30,000 or $40,000. And that was not the story here. These people got what I believe is top dollar for their house, and they're able to not have to do any of those repairs. Yeah, the people are saying, well, what's the catch here? It sounds too good to be true. If you go to a car lot and you decide to sell your car to the lot instead of selling it on your own, you know you're choosing convenience over top dollar. You're choosing to give somebody else the problem and giving you certainty so you can go and buy your next vehicle. This is what our Snap Offer program is you're coming to us and we're going to give you what isn't top dollar. It's not an insulting offer by any means, but it's not going to be fair market value because that investor has to turn around and sell that house. So there's a lot of details with this, and I'm guessing that some of you right now are listening saying, this could be right for me, or at least I'm curious of what that number is. We would love to talk to you and show you a little more about this. So check out our snap offers at livefargomoorhead.com and get in contact with us, and we're going to make it easy as 3, 2, 1, sold. Stick around, folks. We'll come back right after the break, and in the meantime, head again to livefargomoorhead.com. This is Real Estate Radio with Erik Hatch.